Cora Jade versus Roxanne Perez, Zoe Stark, Indy Hartwell, and Kiana James. And yeah, the underdog, the Underwoman herself, Roxanne Perez. Didn't expect that, but it was also a very, very great match too. I did really like the match. It was a great starter match to start off NXT Deadline too. It was we did probably have like an Iron Man match in the past, probably like Iron Man, not an Iron Man match, a Survivor match in the past, probably long time ago. But yeah, it's pretty different than what we were usually expected. But honestly, it was a really good starter, really good opener match. I really liked everything about it. Personally, who I was going for during that match was either Cora Jade or Perez, and I was going for Indy Hartwell. One of those three, because I don't really like Zoe Stark, and I really don't like Kiana James. I never really seen her wrestle that much, so I didn't really go for her. But Zoe Stark, I've seen a little bit of her because she partnered with NXT DEADL1NE to get the women's NXT Tag Team Championship titles with her. And I know Cora Jade and Perez had some beef with each other in the past. They're also former NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. And also, we already know Indy Hartwell because obviously Index. I miss Index. I hope Index gets back together. But this is not the time for this. But yeah, like I said, it was a very good opening match to start the pay-per-view. Really competitive as well, too. Honestly, for what was going on, I'm gonna literally let y'all know with NXT. NXT is like one of them, is like obviously right up there with Raw and SmackDown by far. Like we seen, like I think my favorite year of NXT was like 2019 when it was SmackDown, Raw, and NXT, that Survivor Series. Best Survivor Series I've seen in goddamn years, besides War Games being number 2, you feel me? But overall, everybody in the Iron Survivor match did their thing, the women's aspect. Zoe Stark always trying to come up on top. Does she really deserve NXT women's title shot against Mandy Rose? Not yet. She does deserve it. I'm not saying she doesn't. She does deserve it. Just not yet. Indy Hartwell, I feel like at this point she's been on NXT way too long, and it's just time for her to just move up the card and like just move up to either to be on Raw with Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis. Like we definitely need to see that. Come on now. Literally Index / The Way reunion. That's what we definitely need right now. Kiana James, I really don't know much about her, so I can't really say so much about her. And then Cora Jade and Perez, former tag team champs, former best friends, and bitter enemies and rivals as well too. But I never really expected her to win the match. Honestly, like I said, I was either going for Stark or Cora Jade because yes, I have seen her win some matches. Obviously, I have seen her come up on top on some matches that people expected her to lose, or people expected her like she wasn't going to really win. But she held her own, and it was a really great match. I can't really say too much about it. Because one, it's like I haven't really seen a match like this ever in the WWE. Not on the main roster, nor on NXT. Besides tonight being the first time that probably have seen it in years. Probably people that have watched the older generation of WWE have probably seen an Iron Survivor match. But probably when Vince McMahon was running WWE at the time. But yeah, overall, they delivered. I would say everybody in that match did deliver, and it was very competitive, very very competitive. I just some stuff. It's like some stuff with some of the wrestlers. Like what I say, the women's side of matches. I'm just not, like, I wouldn't say I'm not interested. It's just that some of them just don't really don't really pique my mind. Like Mandy Rose, yeah, she's like a great wrestler. Obviously, been NXT Women's Champion for over 400 days, going on to try to be the longest reigning defending NXT Women's Champion of all time, trying to surpass Asuka. And I know that the match was for a number one contender match for the title next year. I'm guessing at Vengeance Day on Saturday, February 4th. But overall, the first match did deliver. It was very exciting. I loved each and everything about it. Would I like it to be a little bit longer? Yes, but they're obviously, how NXT or any pay-per-view, WWE pay-per-view is, tight schedule, so they gotta do what they do. But I do congratulate Perez for sticking through 25 minutes of pure torture from everybody, because she was getting thrown around like a fucking ragdoll, but she also held her own, and she had some pretty sick moves, and even though she was getting pinned a lot, and I mean a lot, but she held up her own. She came up on top like the underdog. Everybody off that panel has probably got a title shot somewhere. Like Tony Stark, title shot twice. One for the NXT Women's title, one for tag team titles. Obviously didn't help. Indy Hartwell, former NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Kia James didn't really win, a title shot yet, or had a title shot yet. And then obviously Perez and Cora Jade, like I said, former tag team champions. So I understand about that. But overall, congratulations to Perez for being on top and surviving 25 minutes of the women's Iron Survivor match. So yes, she will go on to face, the reigning, defending NXT Women's Champion, the leader of Toxic Attraction, Mandy Rose. So can't wait for that rivalry to start up. It's probably gonna start up next week on NXT on Tuesday, and we're just gonna see what happens. Obviously, Corey J's probably gonna interfere somehow, some way. It's gonna happen, but like I said, NXT has a good about a month and a half ish to get it right. So they have a month and a half to develop the storyline. So I hope they do right. Hope they can, pull off a good storyline, and like WWE has not really let us down. They barely let us down, but they still give us the W, after a while. So I'm just excited for that. I'm excited what they have in store, and obviously I feel like it's gonna be Mandy that's still gonna retain her title. I'm telling the truth.